What's good, everyone? It's your boy Salos, back again with another Pokemon video. And let me tell you something, okay? I was not aware that we were in a Gen 3 Renaissance era, because a while back I started playing this game on a whim, just because I wanted to go in and I wanted to experience Pokemon Emerald and experience that traumatizing May fight. If you guys know, you know. But after I beat that fight, I was like, I just want to re-experience Pokemon Emerald. But there have been a lot of Pokemon Emerald content going on lately. There are two ROM packs specifically that are really taking off in the storm with the Pokemon Emerald scene. I'll put them on screen because I can't remember the exact names off the top of my head. But the one that I absolutely knew I had to play was the one from Smith Plays Pokemon Emerald, because he is one of the Legacy series where he essentially just takes the spirit of the game, but he updates to make it the best version of the game. That's my main problem with the ROM packs, is that sometimes they go a little bit too off the deep end, and then they just go into like this whole fanfic territory, which I don't really like. But with the Emerald Legacy series, I really appreciate the vision and I appreciate what they're trying to go for. So I just want to go ahead and experience this. So without further ado, make this any longer, let's go ahead and jump into Emerald Legacy, and we'll talk about the changes as we go along. So on the channel, you guys have probably seen that I've been playing through Pokemon Emerald Vanilla for the Battle Frontier symbols and all that. But for this time around, we're actually gonna go with May. Because, I don't know, I've never played through Gen 3 as May, and I feel like May is just so iconic because of the anime, and for some reason the anime refuses to use male characters. I actually had like my own little headcanon. Pokemon Horizons is a thing now, but I essentially wrote a Pokemon Horizons series before Horizons was a thing. The premise was that the main character was Ash's childhood friend, that they both went to that Oaks laboratory, and I wrote this before X and Y came out, so I don't want to hear anything about Serena, okay? But the main character is trying to capture to Ash at that point, so very off topic, but my main thing of saying that is that I used the male characters. I used Brendan. His main companion was Lucas, and Lucas traveled alongside the main character all the time. If you guys want to hear more about this, let me know, but I was rambling at this point. Let's just go ahead and pick May. Hard mode, but Pokemon can't be revived, so I don't know. I don't really like... I've done Nuzlocke. I am able to do Nuzlocke, no problem. What I've noticed about Nuzlocke is that they pretty much all come down to how lucky are you, or how unlikely are you to get crit. Pretty much I've seen people play perfectly, like have perfect runs and have the best luck in ever, but then they lose to a crit. And that's out of your control. You can't control if you get crit or not. So I don't know. I don't particularly like Nuzlocke, so I don't play them. So I'm just going to do hard mode. Putting your 10-year-old daughter in the back of a moving van. Great A parenting, by the way. You'll love to see it. Oh man, Little Root Town. I don't know. The first time I heard this when I was replaying through Vanilla Pokemon Emerald, it just filled me with a wave of nostalgia because I have not played Gen 3 since I was a kid. You get your own room, May. Where did I sleep before, Mom? Did you make your 10-year-old daughter sleep on the couch? Oh, this is very important, you guys. This is very important. If you use your PC, you can store items in Pokemon. The power of science is staggering. Oh, is there actually a what's it called in the... What is this flashing? Is that like my phone trying to say that I'm getting messages during Do Not Disturb? I think I see my phone flashing in the reflection. I'm not... See, it did it again! Who's blown up... Whatever, just focus. I was going in here to see if there's a potion in here. Withdraw. Ah! Ah! The power of science truly is amazing. But yeah, if you guys don't know about that guy, he is in every Pokemon game. That from Generation 1 all the way up to Paldea, somewhere in the starting route, there is always someone who talks about the power of science is amazing. So if you never found him, next time when Gen 10 comes out, which I'm speculating Gen 10 will come out sometime next year, look when you're in the starting route, just look for a guy who talks about how amazing science is. Oh, you're May, our next door neighbor. Hey, we have a son about your age. He's excited about making a new friend. Please, no, this is a request from my mother. Please get him out of his room. All he does is play Fortnite all day. He's upstairs, I think, on that stupid Fortnite game. Oh, Fortnite kid touching grass? You don't see that every day. Hey, don't touch my stuff! Hey, you. Okay, so in my first time playing through this in the first recording session, I did not know that Brendan had his own theme because I always played through Pokemon Emerald as Brendan. I'd never play as May. So I was like, is this a Smith Plays Pokemon thing? And there's also something else that I'm just gonna let play out because this I'm gonna try to put in that initial reaction because my reaction to this was crazy. I didn't know that you were a girl. Did he say that? Did May say that? I don't remember Mace. Is Brendan misogynistic? I did not know this. I'm kind of glad playing as May. It makes me want to beat him to the ground even more now. Yeah. Brendan is misogynistic. That was not on my bingo card for 2025, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna have to replay this and start like maybe like a different save state and just pick Brendan and see what May says because I don't remember May being all that. Oh, I was expecting you to be a girl. Oh, you don't have a Pokemon? Do you need me to catch one for you? Was May that condescending? I don't think she was. But I'm just gonna have to go back and see that for myself because that took me way off guard. Help! Hey, you over there! Please help! In the back, there's a Pokeball. When it comes to starter trios, I want to say Gen 3, Gen 4, and Gen 2 in that order are my favorite starter trios. Because I feel like the Gen 3 starters, they're all just so iconic. Like Blaziken, he had that epic battle with Harrison in the Silver Conference where I remember me and my sister, we were on the edge of our seat every day after school. We were locked in Kids WB and we wanted to see how that fight ended. It was 3 whole episodes of peak of Blaziken and Charizard going at it. That was peak childhood right there. That was my Charizard versus Greninja fight. Then you have Mudkip, who was arguably the best Pokemon in the game. So if you don't pick Mudkip, then you just kind of screw yourself out of getting the best Pokemon out there. And there's Trico, who didn't like Ash Sceptile in the anime? He had some very cool moments, and I don't know, I just feel like Sceptile is just a very cool Pokemon, even if he is probably the worst of the 3. I heard that the Smith Plays team did something to buff up Trico this playthrough, but if I wanted to pick Trico, I would have picked Brendan, because I feel like Brendan is his... I feel like Brendan's canonical starter is Trico. That's his partner Pokemon in Pokemon Masters. in the promotional not artwork, in the promotional trailer for Pokemon ORAS, when he was fighting off against Steven Stone, he was shown using a Mega Sceptile against Steven's Mega Metagross. I just feel, even in the Pokemon, not Horizons, in the Pokemon Journeys, not Journeys, Pokemon Generations, there was an episode where he was infiltrating Team Magma's hideout and he was using Sceptile, so I feel like that's just Brendan's canonical starter. So I would have just chosen Brendan if I was going to do Trico, but we chose May, so we are using Torchic. I know that Sapphire in the actual Pokemon manga, her canonical starter actually is Swampert, and even in Pokemon Masters, her you would think that her ace would be, her partner Pokemon would be, what am I trying to say here? That her partner Pokemon would be Blaziken, but no, it's actually Swampert. And May Swampert, Signasu May with Swampert is actually kind of correct. Sapphire is really good in Pokemon Master. She's like my hard carry for most of my teams. Whew. I was in the tall grass studying wild Pokemon when I was jumped. You saved me. Thanks a lot. Oh, you're May. This is no place to chat, so come by the lab later, okay? Ah, yes. As a thanks for rescuing me, I'd like you to have the Pokemon you used earlier. While you're at it, why not give a nickname to that Torchic? I will give a nickname to that Torchic. So, here's a little bit of facts about me just as a person, and I was checking my mic actually because I was muted earlier, and it'll be a catastrophe if I was still muted. luckily we're live. We don't have to worry about that. But one thing that I did as a kid is that when it came to nicknaming Pokemon, that I would try to sound out their cries. Like, when I say try to sound them out, I would physically try to write what their cry sounded like. So, let's take Torchic for example here. So, Torchic evolves into Blaziken, and his cry goes like, doo-doo! So, for me, that sounded like he was saying, Blazevolt! And, luckily Blazevolt, I don't think anyone's gonna really bat an eye about that. It's just like a little cutesy name or whatever. So, I don't think any people will look at me too crazy for that. It gets a little weird because, like, when it comes to a Pokemon like Suicune, his name was, his cry sounded like, doo-doo-doo. So, kid brain me tried to sound out, doo-doo-doo. And this is what I came up with. Where's the H? Which sounds out to Kumadevo. So, I was a very weird kid, okay? So there's a lot of, if you see me nickname Pokemon some very weird names, know that's why they have their nicknames. Even like, people who know me know my favorite starter is Cyndaquil. So when it comes to Typhlosion, I name mine Typhbone because it sounds like he's like, dude! It sounds like he's saying, Typhlo. It sounds like, it kind of sounds like Typhlosion. Typhlosion! But I've named mine Typhbone! So, it's literally nicknamed Typhbone. I don't know, I was a weird kid, you guys, okay? But, luckily, Blazevolt doesn't sound too crazy. It's not too weird. Yeah, Blazevolt. I actually made that like an actual name for some of my characters in some of my stories, because I do like to write a lot in my spare time. So, it kind of worked out. I actually do like the name Blazevolt. I name all of my Cyndaquil. I named all of my Blaziken Blazevolt because of that. Because it actually does sound like a really cool name. I didn't look at my starter, by the way. Because last time, I actually got a 0-speed IV Torchic. Which is also something that was a very nice change as well. You guys see IVs. Okay, so this is neutral nature again. Still neutral nature. Okay. 5 attack? 5 attack. 4 special attack. Oh! I made a challenge to myself that I'm not gonna reset. I'm not gonna worry about EVs and IVs and all that stuff. But all I'm saying is I hope the Smith Plays team made a way to fix this, because I don't think I need to tell you that. On a scale of 0 to 31, that 5 is not great. But I'm not going to pay attention to that. I'm not going to pay attention to that. So, you know what? Maybe it is a good thing we gained a couple of levels to compensate. But we're not going to be able to do that for very long because, yeah, we're going to be capped to levels for the upcoming gyms. But, yeah. Alright, first rival battle. Also, we gave him the best Pokemon in the game. Like, Gen 3 Swampert is unquestionable. Well, I would say unquestionably, but it is like the Incineroar of Gen 3. If you guys know about Incineroar, yeah, he's probably one of the best Pokemon created. Not just one of the best starters, one of the best Pokemon created in VGC. Get out of my face. Huh. Hey, you're not too shabby. I think I get it. I think I know why my dad has his eye on you for now. Look, your Pokemon already likes you, even though you just got it. May, I have a feeling that you could befriend any Pokemon with ease. We should head back to the lab. You're not gonna fast travel me? Alright. Essentially, I just want to work on my conversation sack and just become a better conversationalist. So that's why I'm not going to be using speed up button, and I hope that's okay with you guys. You guys seem to really enjoy it in the World Series, so that's something to go by. That's a positive sign. Oh, hi, May. I heard you beat Brendan on your first try. That's excellent. Brendan's been helping with my research for a long time. Brendan is going to be a great trainer. Here, May. I ordered this for my research, but I think you should have this Pokédex. And the Pokédex is actually a high-tech encyclopedia for once. I will show you guys what I mean by that. So, Torchic here, if we go over, we can see Area Unknown because it's obviously is a starter. If we look at the stats page, though, you can see that all of his, you can see his base stats, you can see that its abilities that could possibly have. You can even see the catch rate on it, the friendship rate it takes to get max friendship, the experience growth egg group that it's in. You can also see the egg moves. Like, look at this. Level 6 you get Peck. Level 9 we get Ember. We're about to get Ember, which is kind of cool. Level 13 you get Sand Attack. Level 16 you get Focus Energy. Fire Spin at 25, which is actually a really cool change. I know I just played through Emerald, so I know that he doesn't get Fire Spin naturally. Gets Quick Attack at 28, Slash at 34, Mirror Move at 37, Flamethrower at 43. Yeah, that's actually a change that, well, that's not a change, that's actually in the base game as well. That if you wanted Hydro Pump on your Swampert, then Swampert does not learn Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump. Mudkip learns Hydro Pump at level 43. So my first time playing through Pokemon Emerald, I had a Mudkip all the way up to level 43, just so I could get a Hydro Pump on my Swampert. Was it worth it? Absolutely not. Surf is just better. Arguably even Muddy Water is better. but I did it. So if we really want to keep a Torchic all the way to 43, we will be rewarded with Flamethrower, but I don't think we're doing that with these IVs. And I'm actually going to try, well, because of that, I'm actually going to try to catch as many Pokemon as possible, just not right now. I'll try to get to the next route, because I think that we've done enough for today. I don't want to overextend and make this too long, so this is just a nice little introductory episode just to show you guys that we're starting the Emerald Legacy series. So, I think this is a good place to stop right here. Make sure you always save your game, because you never know. And yeah, we've been going about 30 minutes, so I think that's exactly how long we played last time. So, next episode, we will catch our first party member, and we will go ahead and go visit dear old dad to let him know that we have started our Pokemon adventure. But, with all that being said, I'm about to get about. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Till then, shine blazingly bright, my greatest treasures.